Good morning and welcome back to the channel for another video. We've got a pretty busy day, so I think we'll just start by giving a rundown of what's going on here. So first we need to take the combine. We need to get that out of this shed and move it over to the other farm. Nick is actually going to teach me how to drive this 540, and while we're over at the other farm we're going to move a truck and a sprayer and hook onto that planter and get that back over here. So the main project that I think Nick and I and my brother I think is coming down, we're going to work on is putting the row units back in the planter, because next week it's time to go. In the meantime, I think Nick's got a couple other guys coming over to help as well. I know one of them for sure he's going to send out with the rock picker and try to get ahead on that, and then I'm not sure what his plan is, but I would guess, I know fertilizer was put down in one of the fields here, so I'm guessing that he's going to want to get that worked in the next 48 hours for sure. So we'll keep coming with the updates.
So right here is your how to put it in driver reverse, then you go up and back for park. Here's your two throttles. I don't like running them wide open, I guess. So do that, put it in gear.
So you're
pull the clutch out and then have this all the way back and then slowly push it forward.
Seems easy enough, but
it is. So we got the planter over here, and we're probably going to spend the rest of the day or wait until Titans can come out on Monday, and we're going to put all the components in it. I did it last year once, but that was a full year ago, and I really don't remember how everything goes in there, and yeah, hopefully Titans can get out here and show me again.
how many row planter do you have here?
24 by 30. 24 rows, 30-inch spacing.
How long do you think do you remember how long it took last year?
About a full day.
Full day.
Yeah, there's a lot of just little stuff that takes a long time.
Sure. What components go into that?
You got to put the plates back in, and then the seed tubes and the modules or singulators. I think that's what they're called anyway. I can't really remember all the name of the parts. Basically, there's a plate that goes right here. The seed will come in here, and then the plate picks it up. It'll bring it around, and these are here just to hold on to it and not let too many in. They come around, drop down here, and then this will pick it up. For corn, we use the speed tubes. Take this apart. So this just goes in like this. Oh, I gotta remember how to do that, but it goes in there like that. This goes back on. So
Is it a different setup for beans?
yep, we use just a straight tube for beans. That's what these are. Instead of having basically a conveyor belt that'll deliver the seed straight down for soybeans, that thing would be moving so quick. But for soybeans, you don't really have to worry about your stand count as much. so they can bounce around in this and make their way down.
Here's a look at all of the parts that are got to go on. They have to go on this planter yet here.
Yep.
I can see why it takes a full day, I guess, right?
Yeah.
The next question is,
So we've been messing with these speed tubes and trying to figure out how to get these in this planter for probably like an hour now, but
Haven't gotten anywhere.
no, we got some help kind of showing us. Nick, you said you've done this one time, so
Yep.
obviously.
One time, that was a year ago, and we had a Titans technician out basically doing everything. We were just sitting over there putting parts in, and he was actually putting them together.
you did this process part
Yes.
of it. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
So right now we are being defeated by a planter, but that's going to change. One positive thing is that Nick had some help show up, and they're taking the tractor and the rock picker out, and they're going to stay ahead for tillage, so
Yep.
at least something's getting done.
Yeah.
And I guess we're about to crush 3 cheeseburgers, so.
And we got a guy that used to work at Titans coming out. He's gonna try and show us how to do one anyway, and
You're
then
in their own holes, you fools.
we'll take it over from there. But it'll just be way easier once we know how to do one.
Yeah, I just figured it out, so
Yeah.
we're rolling. Planting this afternoon.
I don't know if that even has to go on there.
This is like your seal. Alright, we're good to go.
Backwards.
Backwards. Not quite ready to go.
Well, like I said, at least one person's getting something done. Well, we can't figure out that planter, but our ride to lunch has come, so we'll be back after we eat, hopefully with some fresh ideas and maybe make some progress. We just got back from lunch with probably less motivation than what we had before, but we do have 24 of these speed tubes to work on before we even really need to worry about the part of the planter that we don't understand, and the guy is coming pretty soon.
Not put this one on.
No, not yet. Oh, this one's already done?
Yeah.
So this one was already done, but it wasn't. Oh yeah, get the bottom in first as well. How tight do you think these need to be?
What?
Oh,
Pretty tight. No.
And did that go like?
Yep. The short side on top, and then these lips are exactly how you have it. And that slides into a groove up here.
Kyle's gonna go out to where Riker's rock picking and just make sure that he's in the right spot. He called me and he had some questions, and I tried my best to explain it, but did not do a very good job.
Getting here to check on the rock picker. Make sure he's got her figured out, but it looks like he's in the right spot, so hopefully we're all set on this. So alright, we're all squared away with the rock picker, and it looks like I got back just in time because help is here to tell us how to do this planter, so we'll see what they can show us.
So we got it unfolded and lowered down so it's easier to get at the ones furthest out on the wings. And to take these apart, you want to unclip this, take this out, just let that hang there. There's 2 hoses to unhook. There's a vacuum and a bulk fill. I'll get those out of the way. Yeah, lift this up, take it out. Take the cover off, you just do this clip on both sides. Yep. Do that. You always want to make sure that you put the right numbered one in the right unit. We already got the spring-loaded piece that kicks the seat out. Already have that done. Goes in there. Put the clip back in.
There are different plates for corn and beans.
Yes, there is.
So halfway through the planting this year, we'll stop, pull these all apart again, flip the plates, and then we also have to go back into the speed tubes
Yep.
and redo those.
We were measuring legs last night with Haley.
This is a soybean plate, and this is a corn plate. Got a lot more soybeans flowing through there than there is corn. You got to put this rubber plate on. There's a little piece of metal in there. This goes in like that. You want to make sure on the bottom that it's fit right into the shoe. And then
Reclip your electronics.
yep, make sure that it knows how much seed is going through at one time for the prescriptions that you get from Central. It all just goes right back together the way you put it everything in. It goes like that. Jesus. It's been a while.
Well, I bet by the time we have all 24 of these done, we'll have the hang of it.
So, you just want to make sure that it's in the right spot. There it goes.
There you go.
Clipped in. Now it's just putting the wire and the two hoses back in.
So after we get all this hooked up, is the tractor going to give you diagnostics, like if there's any
Yep.
issues right away?
Yeah, when I got in it and lowered everything down, it was coming up that number 1 and number 15 didn't have a seed sensor. So normally when that happens, it's just a little bit of dirt on the connections or something like that. So you just unplug it, kind of blow it off, and then plug it back in.
Sounds good. So,
Pretty easy.
all right, I'm gonna go talk to my brother here. He's working on another thing. It's a zoo out here today. We've got family day at the farm. So go back.
What's that? They're not supposed to turn together.
So these guys are working on the wheels here. So what are you looking for on these?
You don't want this steel plate, which is covered in mud. You don't want that and the wheel rubbing together. We found a few of them where the wheel's rubbing onto this plate the whole time. So what we're doing is we're taking this pin out. There's 2 washers right here spacing this equally on this side. So we take one of these washers out, flip it over, and then put the pin back on with only 1 washer on this side.
So that just creates that space.
That gives you your gap you want. So
All right, I think the best spot for me right now is literally just to go around to every one of these row units and just start taking them apart. Have Nick show me exactly how to put in those plates, and I'll basically feed that to him as fast as he can put them back together. And we should be able to knock out all of these. So we're on the last two of these. Made a lot of progress in the last hour, and as expected, I feel like I'm pretty much an expert at this, but Nick discovered here on like the last one that
There's a little clip here that has to be put in, and when we were putting them together, someone missed a couple. I'm not naming names,
that'd be Chad.
but yeah, somebody missed a couple, so Kyle gets to going around on a creeper and
Yep.
check them all out.
So I'm gonna grab the creeper here, probably a flashlight, and I'm gonna try to do this from the underside because I really don't want to take every single one of these units apart again. So I can guarantee there's something that needs to be taken apart. We're just not sure how many yet. So I'm gonna do that and we'll see how that turns out. All right, so here's the view from down here, and it looks like that one is closed. That one looks good. Man, 3 for 3.
That needs to be taken out.
No, that are good. 4. That one's good. Maybe we did better than we thought.
If you only found 2, Nick probably only did 2, so.
Yeah, I mean, so far these look pretty good, so I'm gonna continue on.
Work being done.
So what are you doing with those?
I am adjusting the spacers.
So what's going on with these couple that are laying on the ground here?
They're bent beyond repair. So we take all the washers. They got thin ones. They got thick ones. We take each and every one of them out, and then you determine whether or not what kind of spacer you need to have a
So
little
basically,
gap.
still they're bent to the point where they're keeping constant pressure on that disc.
Yeah, they both sides of that one. So you must have hit like a big rock or something.
Yeah. So you're spending money?
Looks like it.
All right, so we're winding down the day here. We were able to get all of the row units, all 24 of those row units replaced or turned over for corn, I guess. I know Chad was working on packing wheels, setting those.
Making
and
sure they're not rubbing with opening discs.
Right, and I don't know how many you need. There's a couple that are bent, right?
Yeah, there's 2 that need total replacement. Packing wheels are probably still good on them, but the bars are bent beyond repair. So
Yep.
So I think Monday morning here, Nick's gonna head up,
Yep.
try to get those bars, and
Gotta
really,
get a new opening disc. And
Yeah.
a couple zerks.
found a
Sure.
bearing out on an opening disc. So
bearing. So really, I mean, if they have parts, probably not that long, to work on that. But
No.
it's Saturday today. It looks like with the forecast, in my opinion, it's like hammer down next week.
Yep.
So realistically, we're probably thinking I mean, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, it all depends on when I can get fertilizer and when the 620 comes back.
Right.
For the
So,
most part.
a couple good things going for you is rocks are picked in about 2 fields ahead of where where we're even at yet.
We're 3.
3 fields, right? So that's great. Tomorrow or Monday at the latest, the first 120 that just got fertilized, you can run through that with the digger.
Yep.
So realistically, at least we're ahead. Like you said, you've only got the one tractor right now because the other one's getting fixed. So
Yep.
as long as that tillage and the rock picking can stay ahead of the planting, you're not in a terrible position.
No.
But
It's not even May yet. We still got time.
right. I mean, the forecast is looking right now like 10 days. The extended forecast looks nice and warmer, dry, ideal for planting.
Night temps are a lot higher, so that'll help out with getting the soil temps up.
Right, get that soil temp up. I guess what I would say is people are probably interested in, as you head into this week, I mean, your first time ever really planting.
Yep.
What's on your mind?
Just hoping that everything goes smooth. Nothing gets messed up too bad.
Right, so out of all the aspects of farming, you've run all the equipment except for one thing.
And that's coming up.
Yep, the planter. So
Yep.
I guess we'll take that as it comes.
We're going to have Titans and Central out there when I first start, so.
Right, so the first day we are out there, probably Wednesday, Thursday, gonna have a couple people consulting and helping you get set up. I'll be there for sure because Nick doesn't know this yet, but my new drone comes on Monday.
I figured you got one.
So I'll be out there flying drone. But
Oh, God.
I mean, I can't really help on this stuff, so.
Helped out quite a bit today.
Right, so I'm definitely gonna hop in and try to learn some of that stuff in the planter.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid you go down with a broken hip or something with the way you're waddling around today. So, but other than that, coming up in these next episodes is obviously going to be a lot more exciting stuff. We're finally going to get in the field. We're going to have some tillage. The planter, Nick's going to go into with the tillage like what he's looking for in that seed bed, adjusting the depth.
Yep.
Planting, obviously, it's going to be a full day of adjustments, and we'll try to capture as much as that, as much as we can, but without putting you to sleep with like the technical details. And
try and talk to the camera more, not just doing stuff and pointing the camera at it.
yeah, if you like it when Nick talks to the camera instead of dead silence, drop us a comment, maybe even like. That helps. I think it encourages him. So.
Well, you got,
getting easier.
So now you got planting going on, you got rock picking going on, and you're gonna have guy prepping fields ahead of you.
Yep.
Then co-op's gonna be out spreading fertilizer. So
Pretty soon, yeah. I'm gonna probably call them on Monday and tell them, give them the go-ahead.
Yeah, the only thing I can think that would be more ideal than right now is if your 620 that we've had sitting here using all spring and winter, if that gets back quickly and it's not in the shop for a month like the 540 was. So
Then hopefully they can figure out the intake cooler, I believe it is, something with the intake that was going on last fall. That's why we didn't get that field fully ripped, but hopefully they can figure that out, and then that won't have any issues with that this year.
awesome. All right, so the next time you see us, I think we're going to be
Digging and planting, hopefully.
digging and planting. All right.